Hey guys, today we're going to delve into the mind of a fitfluencer, and I'm not talking about the ones who post aspects only. It's their page and they can do what they want with it. I'm also not talking about the ones who make ridiculous claims which can be debunked by a simple Google search. Like this one, if she ran 5K in 10 minutes, she'll be the fastest human alive. In that distance, today I'm talking about editing. Editing has given us some really amazing photographs, like this pic of Gordon Ramsay, looks like he found the lamb sauce eventually because it looks so stout. But anyway, editing. Shout out to Gobu for pointing out how prevalent this is because even pro bodybuilders are doing it to accentuate their features. You got your Rishna, FBB Pro, amazing body, amazing physique, but she feels the need to make it even more amazing. If you look at this picture, just above her ass, where her waist is, you can see the marble is bending. You know, but if you look at another picture where she has a different pose, doesn't need to edit her waist, the marble isn't as bent. And it's not only the girls, Sergi Constance, another guy, FBB Pro, absolutely amazing physique, but wants to make it even more amazing because if you look at his waist, you can see it's edited. And, aesthetic bros do this, Muratov man, who is ready for leg day? Well, clearly not you, bro, because you always edit your thighs in a lot of pictures, Even cosplay girls, to make themselves more attractive. This is Sayolinda. She removed her page that she was being called out for editing. So this is her new page, for a fresh start. Other aesthetic babes edit their pictures to like, Sophia. Nice body. And if you look at this story post and you compare it with a normal post she did, you could tell like one of them was edited. And even though it's sad that these people sell snake oils, I really don't care as much about this group of aesthetic bros and babes editing because they don't claim anything. They're just posting their pics, like the cosplay girl, she's just posting pics and costumes. For the pros, their physics are also already in the top 0.01% of physics. So even without editing, they are probably unattainable by most. Quite a number of them are on steroids too. So editing an already a natural physique and posting doesn't do anything. It's not like they are telling you look like them if you train hard. So if you idolize them and feel bad you can't attain their almost unattainable bodies, I'm sorry to say this, but that sounds like your problem. Anyway, my problem is with another demographic, the inspiring women empowering coaches who get away with being comfortable in their body and skin or even editing their pictures. Let's really discover. There's something some of them like this one. Stop focusing on everything you're not and start celebrating everything you are. Uh, she celebrates her wagon, which is so spectacular that it bends the door. And there are even more examples, you have Courtney Vanderford, health and wellness, makes your body okay, fall in love with the process, not the results, discipline, consistency. What she doesn't tell you is part of her process is editing her pictures. You have, Miss Jazzy Fit, imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, all that shit. There's something powerful about a high level of comfortability in your own skin. It took me years of waking up, built with consistency, discipline, sweat, hard work, and sometimes tears. But you forgot to add another ingredient, Photoshop. Photoshops a lot of her pics. Like if you look at this picture, look at the left side and the right side. The right side is the wall is just all fucked up. And even have sponsored athletes, like Brittany Babe, the queen of home workouts, official women's best athlete. Sponsored by Gymshark. This picture looks suspicious to me, but anyway, maybe that's just me being a hater. I'll let it slide. Look at the picture, amazing body, but if you zoom in at her waist, you'll see the wood is bent. You got another sponsored athlete, Kima Russo, absolutely amazing body. And if you look at her pictures, they're also edited, like this one, the microwave is literally bending, maybe you can see that. So I zoomed in, but no, maybe it's just that microwave, but if you look at another pose, the microwave is not bent. This one, I mean, she looks like a mosquito with how much it's edited. You have Big Corozo. Buy her pink shorts to make your ass look amazing. But I don't think it's the shorts making the ass look bigger. And if I compare that with another picture, those lines aren't curving. 10th fit, the secret to success is hidden in your daily routine. Looks like part of her daily routine is also editing her pictures because this window pane is clearly curving. And if you compare it with another picture where she poses different, it isn't. And then there are also the ones who admit to doing Botox and all that body work, and they still edit their pictures. It's like, what the fuck? If your service is that good, why do that? Empowering women to regain self-confidence to all the amazing women. Talks about how she's always transparent with her surgery. She's transparent with everything about her body. So trust her. You can say I'm plain Jane, but it's not the same. Yeah, I mean, clearly because your wagon is so spectacular, it's bending the dresser. But anyway, it's they advocate comfort and pretend to be transparent, but they don't. Why? Because positivity sells. And what better group to target than women who aren't comfortable in their own skin? Pics while wearing branded clothes to make you think those clothes will make you look better too. They pretend to be open about surgery, still edit those pictures. They are comfortable in their skin, yet edit pictures to sell you workouts, programs, and clothes. All this is designed to make you think it's possible, and if you don't achieve it, it's your fault. What this leads to is to a feeling of insufficiency. You're stuck in a loop that you'll never be that girl, but then you still follow them because they spread positivity, and you need that positivity to numb the feeling of despair that always lingers around you. You know. And in addition to the hopefuls following them, these amazing bodies are, of course, followed by thirsty men who like what they see. And what better combination than a really hot girl who also seems down to earth? The net effect is increased following, increased engagement, therefore more fame, more clout, more money through Instagram, more brand deals, more influence, all which is their goal. I want you to come to terms with that reality. Not everyone who preaches all this positivity has your best interest at heart. So don't assume because they preach positivity, their methods are legit. Everyone wants to make money. And if editing their pictures will get them there, they'll do it. So what next? Stop comparing yourself with others. I mean, actually stop comparing. A lot of you just cap about how much you don't give a fuck, but you do give many fucks. I'm not going to give you the you are perfect just the way you are line like them. If indeed you are, you wouldn't be feeling insecure trying to improve yourself. My advice is spend time with yourself, know what you can change, what you can't change, and what you want to change. This awareness and inner peace is what makes you comfortable with your own body and in your skin. I'm going to use myself as an example. My BMI is over 30 and my body fat percentage is around 24%. So if someone calls me fat, it's an accurate adjective, but the thing is, that won't offend me. I already know I'm fat and I'm comfortable with the fact because it has certain goals in mind. And also look big with clothes, which is nice. But when the time comes where I won't feel comfortable with it, I'll go on a calorie deficit. If you do believe fat is beautiful, someone calling you fat should not offend you since it's just an adjective. Same way, if you're comfortable with your height, being called short should not be an issue. Not saying it's okay for people to just call you random adjectives, that's just being an asshole, but there's what you really believe and there's what people are saying. If you're fat and you don't feel good about it, even if 20 people tell you it's okay, it won't be. So if possible, look at ways that will get you to a more comfortable state of mind. It's not always easy, but it's possible. And even before making this effort to get more comfortable, don't hate yourself for what you currently are. Just acknowledge that there's room for improvement. For the height example, you can't change it, stop being in denial, practice gratitude and acceptance. It's a bit hard, but then work on the things you can change. Set realistic expectations as well. My rule of thumb is picture a dream physique. Now imagine half of that. That's your baseline goal. I think Greg Doucette also has such a mantra. Then you work up from there. As you gain more experience and start to know your body more, you can make more realistic targets. At the end of the day, realize no one is perfect. That's the best thing about being human. There's always room for improvement, doesn't matter how small.